Primarily because of the energy in the building.
And a near sellout crowd once again for this one. Southern Miss trying to win for the first time ever in this building. They are 0-6. The series history has been all Western Kentucky. They lead it 11-1, and they've won 8 straight matchups.
Jordan Rawls, number 3, freshman. Dynamite game the other night. 19 points, 8 for 12 from the field. He was really good off the dribble versus La Tech, and they nearly turned it over there.
And batted out of bounds by Tyler Stevenson with 9 on the shot clock.
Jordan Rawls, there you see the freshman into the starting lineup. Didn't start in the beginning of the year, obviously with the injuries, pressed into duty, but he was a guy that they recruited to play really behind Kenny Cooper. And you talked to Coach Stansberry about Kenny Cooper, the transfer from Lipscomb, who was supposed to be their starter. Lipscomb didn't clear him, and now he's redshirting as a result, but he would have been a great welcome piece, a missing piece to what they have, but they're still a very good basketball team.
There's Rawls with the jump stop. He looks to continue his great play over the last couple of games. Had a career-high 19. A couple games ago at FIU, he had 12 points, 7 assists. There's a little floater on the other end from Ladavius Draine. And quickly the other way, Josh Anderson.
Transition defense, so important. And when you allow Western to score, they can set up this 1-2-2, which is kind of a token diamond trap. But they've been getting turnovers off of this and really scoring points with it. It's not something that it's designed to do.
Draine off to a fast start. 5 points, made his first 2 buckets.
The other night, it was Stewart, number 14, on the road at Marshall, was red hot, hit 4 of his first 5 shots. Tonight, Ladavius Draine taking his turn.
Now Carson Williams backing his defender down patiently.
Oh, he is a load. Now he'll never be Charles Bassey. Doesn't pretend to be. Doesn't play him on TV.
Plays more like Charles Barkley, really.
Yeah, I mean that's a great analogy. A 6'5" playing the post. He uses his body so well to get to the rim, and you saw that on display.
Draino, red hot. Ladavius Draine, 3 for 3. His last game, he was 3 for 13 in the loss to Marshall.
He hit 52 threes coming into tonight, by far the most on this team. Off to a terrific start, the kind of start they're going to need, and then some.
Now Williams almost came down and touched his toes to the deck. It would have been an up and down, but he got it to go. Quick start for both these teams offensively, 8-8.
This is designed to slow you down. Great pass.
Draine again. He has 10 points in the first 2.5 minutes.
Somebody find number 11 if you're wearing a white jersey. My goodness.
Williams again taking it strong.
At shoot-around today, Jay Ladner told his players, on Williams in particular, you have to stay down. In fact, when he throws a shot fake, I want you to get lower. But it's easier said than done because a shot fake, pretty solid shooter. You go for it most of the time.
Josh Anderson comes up with a steal. Southern Miss finally stopped, even though they haven't missed yet. 4 for 4 from the floor. That one off the mark, and looks like it's out off the Golden Eagles. That one went off the hand of Artur Kanutchuk.
Watch the prior play. Just does face you, look you dead in the eye, and stroke it from downtown. Ladavius Draine clearly on fire here early at Ditto Arena.
Williams again using that head fake, and again had an easy look but missed it, and the rebound to Leonard Harper Baker.
And Ladavius Draine is basically scoring point for point, and now finally Stewart. And Stevenson, as I say, in the mix.
Now he's been getting thrown all around defensively by Carson Williams, but Southern Miss has a 2-point lead in the early going. First points by a non-Draine.
Stevenson had to guard Iron Bennett the other night, which is no picnic for a guy his size.
Jared Savage knocks down a triple, and Western Kentucky has the lead.
And Tyler Stevenson, just 207 pounds, 6'8". Iron Bennett well over They list him at 299, I believe, but I think he's crossed that 300 threshold.
His teams are red hot, combined to shoot 11 for 13 so far. Will it stay that way? Yes, it will. Southern Miss still hasn't missed. Artur Kanutchuk with the three.
This is the type of start Southern Miss needed offensively, but they haven't exactly lit it up with the defensive end either, as Western has really gotten every shot they want. And now Southern Miss has gone to a 2-3 zone to limit some of that penetration.
Rawls got it blocked by Stevenson. Hollingsworth corrals 4 on the shot clock. In and out, no good.
Tavion Hollingsworth almost with a look what I found 2 points, but it didn't go.
Southern Miss 6 for 6 to start this game, and that's the first miss.
That was really good defense by Carson.
And the results are in. Western has 81% of the fans that voted, and Southern Miss 19. But I tell you what, I know those Southern Miss fans. That's a strong 19%. Vocal.
And happy so far, I would think, with a 2-point lead, even though Western Kentucky comes up with a stop. 5 minutes into this game. 2-point advantage for the Golden Eagles, who made their first 6 shots from the floor. And now the shot clock dwindling down to 10. Tavion Hollingsworth directing traffic. Anderson with 5 on the shot clock. Got Harper Baker in the air and then gets fouled. Looked like he was going up for the shot as well, so should be 2 free throws coming.
But again, if you're guarding Western, they're not the best 3-point shooting team. So you really should kind of stay down on those shot fakes. They want to drive the ball to the rim, and they have guys who are very good at it. Really, all 5 guys on the floor can get to the rim and finish. So they can shoot it, so you have to respect it, but kind of let them make a couple before you just go for the first pump fake. It's really a defensive deficiency right now for Southern Miss.
I believe I said Lander. I want to correct myself. Ladner, the head coach of Southern Miss, football player, graduated 1988. 5 years as the head coach at Southeastern Louisiana, won a Southland Conference title a couple of years ago.
Sort of a 1-2-2, really a 2-1-2 right now being deployed by Western Kentucky, playing that zone. They'll mix it up.
Another 3. This one from Gabe Watson. Southern Miss is 4 for 4 from 3-point range. They only average 5 threes a game.
They only make 5 threes a game. But this is why we play the game, ladies and gentlemen. You never know from night to night. Right now, they are on fire from downtown.
Rawls going baseline, bounce to Williams.
Whoa.
Hung in the air.
I believe that shot was an afterthought. He wanted to dish that off. There was no one to dish it to, but the presence of mind to put it in the bucket. Williams off to a solid start for Western.
6 points, 3 for 4 from the floor, all of them in close.
Now the man-to-man. You got to help on those screens.
Draine, those still red hot.
Those pin-down screens, especially with Draine coming off of it, you better be there. Fight through that screen or get a little help from your big.
Draine is 5 for 5 with 12 points.
And right here, Carson Williams, you can see him hang and looking to his left, but had enough hang time to get his vision back on that rim and able to shoot the floater into the bucket.
Cameron Justice into the game for the first time for Western Kentucky with that bulging disc issue in his back. 11 points last time out. He's feeling better this week as Southern Miss finally misses a 3. Now 4 for 5 from beyond the arc.
I think it was David Letterman who said, we all know how painful that can be.
The old bulging disc. Draine wide open. And he finally missed.
Yeah, maybe that is the defense to be deployed on him. Let him shoot it.
Justice will shoot it. Off the mark. And Southern Miss comes out of there with it despite Boban Jakdomi hitting the deck.
Jared Savage had a chance to retain that but he tried to tip it to Cameron Justice. But if you're a Western fan, you got to be holding your breath every time Cameron Justice comes in with that bad back. You know he's just a collision away from being out again.
And this Western team just can't afford another injury.
And they need that body because he's a three-point threat. Even if he's not making them. Just being out there, you have to honor him, and that spreads the floor for what they really want to do. They want to drive the basketball. And even missing games, Justice has made 36 threes on the year.
Southern Miss a double-digit underdog, up by 3, nearing the halfway point of this first half. That one will stay with Southern Miss.
Oh, I think they missed that one.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing, but
yeah, that was a miss by the officials. Jack Donnie definitely hit that ball out before, but they give Southern Miss a second chance opportunity. Couldn't cash it in, though.
They got another chance there, but they're going to get another one here. That one had to be hoisted up by Konachuk with the shot clock winding down. And now they get a fresh 20. Only resets to 20.
Yep.
And a 3-point lead, shooting 61.5% so far. They made their first 6 shots. Now 8 for 13 from the floor. Ladavius Draine has 12 points. Leonard Harper Baker. You don't see many mid-range shots anymore, but that'll do.
You don't see a lot of posting up either. That was a back to the basket, then he faced up. Nice pull-up jump shot in traffic. Now a 2-3 being deployed by Southern Miss once again.
Cam Justice misfiring once again on a 3. He's 0 for 2 off the bench.
Good transition defense. Everyone matriculates back. They stop the ball, they cover the basket, and they close out the shooters.
A wild miss from Gabe Watson. And again, Southern Miss is going to get another opportunity. Western Kentucky 1 for its last 9 from the floor. It seems oddly quiet in here, does it not?
It really does, considering the amount of people. And when you think about how loud it was on Thursday night, they had a blackout. Louisiana Tech was in, at the time, one of the top teams in Conference USA in terms of record. A big matchup, and they ended up winning going away. But primarily to me because of the electricity in the building. But we're not feeling that right now. But you have to give Southern Miss credit because they're making everything they throw up.
Konachuk makes it a 7-point lead, largest of the game. 10 for 16 from the floor. Justice thought about another 3-point attempt. They're really packing it in on defense. Justice will take a step in and knock down the 2.
And they definitely are honoring Justice. When he caught it the first time, 2 defenders closed out really to discourage that 3. But the second time, shot fake, pull-up jumper, splash.
Savage skies high for the weak side rebound. Quickly up to Anderson, who gets bumped. Boy, they get down the floor lightning fast, don't they?
I was just about to observe that myself. I mean, from the moment Savage got that rebound, they all can push, all 5 players. But Savage, one hard dribble, quick pass up the sideline. But again, that's a little bit of a defensive breakdown on Southern Miss to not get matched up quick enough.
Stadium is the only 24/7 network available on both television and digital devices without a cable subscription. Catch live and on-demand games, extensive highlights, classic games, and original programming. Just check your local listings or go to watchstadium.com. Stadium, welcome to the game. Second free throw good. And the 7-point lead is down to 3 with 9:20 to go here in the first half.
You always want to play on top on the road. Check that box for Southern Miss so far. But they have to find a way to continue this offensive productivity. They only average about 66 points a game. Can they keep this up is the question.
Well, that was a bad mistake. Shot clock doesn't reset. Oh, boy. Tyler Stevenson had a point-blank bucket, but I don't think he got a good handle on the basketball. Oh, Anderson, great job diving and tipping, and that one no good from Jeremiah Gambrell. Quickly, it's Watson. And he gets fouled from behind. Fans not pleased so far. Teams losing, calls not really going their way.
Heard them that time. We hadn't heard a lot from these fans, but they didn't like this call. You be the judge. Pretty solid defense by Tavion Hollingsworth. To me, besides the fact that he may have traveled with an extra euro, Tavion seemed to get all leather on that play.
Yeah, I thought he got fouled from behind by Anderson, but you're right. They got Hollingsworth for that swipe at the ball. And one more free throw coming for Watson as we see Bill Muse for the first time. We don't see him often at all.
Number 22. I honestly, when I walked into practice today, I wasn't sure who was a player and who wasn't. And I honestly thought he was not a player because they had a bunch of coaches out there and managers because they don't have a lot of bodies to practice.
Well, he was late closing out on Justice, but he missed a wide open shot. Muse just trying to buy him some minutes here. As we mentioned off the top, both of these teams extremely thin. And Southern Miss hasn't had a bench point in its last 2 games.
I wonder what the over-under is on that. We should have did that as a poll question, Balboni. Should have done that.
Will there be a bench player to score in this game? Now, Cameron Justice did score for Western Kentucky. As Stevenson gets his way to the free throw line with 8:04 to play here in the first half.
I'm going to say the over-under has to be, what, 2?
Yeah, I'd put the over-under at 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
For Southern Miss bench points.
And Stevenson right there going to work, giving Williams a dose of his own medicine, backing him in and shooting over.
Stevenson walked on last season, and he's been a great success story. Just a sophomore, averaging 12 points, 6.5 rebounds a game. He's top 10 in the conference in rebounds and field goal percentage.
And of all the barrage of three-point shooting, you won't see one from him. He has not taken a three-pointer in his career so far.
Tavion Hollingsworth beats the press easily and now sets up the offense. Oh, little Euro step, and it ends up being a wide open bucket.
And that's what makes Tavion so difficult to guard, because he's just got so many moves. You're really not sure what he's going to do when he's coming at you downhill. Very tough.
Nice pass, but a rejection from behind. Muse is going to launch. Air ball. Draine got it back.
The offensive rebounding has been solid here in the first half for Southern Miss, and they capitalize.
Draine again.
Remarkable shooting performance by LaDavius Draine.
The official stats have him at 13 points. But he had an extra bucket in there. Double check that. They're going to get a foul on Stevenson for reaching in to try to deny that entry pass. Southern Miss has equaled its largest lead of the game, up by 7 on Western Kentucky. With 7:01 to play.
Before the last home game, before they go on the road for 2, this is one that if you're Western, you really don't want to let slip. North Texas earlier today was able to get a win in a tough fought game at UAB. So you want to kind of keep pace with them. But Western has beaten both North Texas and La Tech here in Bowling Green. So they'll have the tiebreaker with both those teams in terms of the head-to-head. But you don't want to lose one to a lower tier team. That kind of puts you behind the 8 ball in terms of getting that top spot. Yeah,
if they lose this one, you can pretty much kiss goodbye any chance of
It'd be hard.
Being the number 1 seed in the top group.
If they win tonight, as we were talking earlier, they pretty much clinched one of the top 5 spots.
Guarantee themselves a spot in Group 1 with a win tonight. Williams, a weak side rebound. Good defense there. Either good defense or a bad no call, depending on who you're rooting for in this game. And Gabe Watson comes right down. Southern Miss is up by 9.
If you're watching this without knowing the records, you would think at times Southern Miss looks like the better team. Now, I don't think they are, but they are playing so well here in the early part of this game.
So what's going on, Tim? I mean, is Western Kentucky sleepwalking? Was it a good game plan from Southern Miss? All of the above?
I think when the ball goes in, things just look better. You're doing the same things, but sometimes your players get hot. We asked Jay Ladner about that before the game earlier today. You know, they scored 84 points at UAB. And I asked him, how'd you do that? Because UAB, arguably a top 20 team in the country in terms of points given up. And yet they got 84 on the road. But he said everything we shot went in. He said Draine hit a bank shot 3 from the corner on an impossible angle. He said that's when I knew we were going to win the game.
Now Hollingsworth can't get that to go.
And it's kind of been that way here in the first half in Bowling Green. These guys seemingly can't miss right now.
Leonard Harper Baker, that hit the backboard first.
But getting back in transition is clearly a priority. There are guys in black shirts that are running back on defense before they even shoot the ball. They want to make sure they keep this team out of transition. And despite that effort, Hollingsworth able to get one in transition on that pull-up shot.
Southern Miss just 1-12 away from home this season. That UAB game, the only one that they've won outside of Hattiesburg. But they've led pretty much the whole way to start this game as double-digit dogs. That one had to be fired up last second by Harper Baker, who's been off the mark tonight. Savage. Oh, he gets it blocked at the rim by Harper Baker, but they call a foul.
Savage, appropriately named right there. He wanted to hammer that thing. Great job getting a step to the rim, but Leonard Harper Baker building a wall at the rim. Pretty good block in my opinion too. But nonetheless, Savage will go to the line for a couple of free ones.
Yeah, I thought in real time it was all ball.
So hard. It's hard as an official. And that's why coaches are telling you all the time to take it to the hoop strong, because when you do, it just looks like you got fouled sometimes, even when, you know, the resistance was clean.
Harper Baker takes a seat with a couple of fouls. And Savage misses the second free throw. Southern Miss is led by as many as 9 as we take under 4 minutes here in the first half. Watson got that one poked out of bounds by Rawls. 7 on the shot clock, and this is the second time already in the first half that Southern Miss goes into a media timeout with 7.
They could go a long way, and they're well on their way. They played a very good game here in the first half. Of course, it's a 40-minute game. They battled with Marshall in the early part of the game too before succumbing to Marshall on Thursday.
Well, they had a 7-point lead with 11 minutes to go and then blown out the rest of the way. Hollingsworth missed that. He thought he got fouled. That one poked out of bounds. It's Southern Miss basketball.
And running out of gas is something that happens when you have players logging the amount of minutes that the starting 5 are logging for Southern Miss. And right there, pretty solid defense that time. Hollingsworth feels like he should have been getting 2 free ones, but they play on. He missed the layup.
Western Kentucky trying to push the pace each time they have the ball. Southern Miss is taking a lot off the shot clock most possessions. That's an easy look inside and another bucket. This one from Jock Domi.
Well, they were running a point zone, and when you're doing that, communication is very important. And Williams got caught between going out on the wing and staying home, and he gave up a backdoor cut for a layup.
Working against this zone, Rawls steps into it 3. Again off the mark. Western Kentucky 1 for 11 from 3-point range, and may have gotten away with a walk. Now, there's just no juice in this arena whatsoever.
None. It's quite surprising. Southern Miss has taken this crowd out of it with their stellar play at this end of the court. They have been really good.
Watson from the elbow, fading away, nothing but net.
Everything seems to be falling at that end for Southern Miss.
Lead back up to 8. Western did have a brief lead early, but only by 2 as Cameron Justice knocks down his first bucket from behind the arc. Has 5 points to equal his jersey number so far.
A little pep in his step too, jogging back. Mentioned that bulging disc, but he looks like he's feeling pretty good this evening.
He missed his first 3 three-point attempts, and all of them have been open. Maybe you see one go down.
Yep.
The rest will follow. Again, shot clock down to 6. Draine bricks that.
Great contest though. Josh Anderson made him miss that one off of that UCLA cut.
Hollingsworth. Anderson came up, hung on the rim.
You got numbers here. They capitalized. Anderson and Hollingsworth are taking themselves out of the play, but a great job by the other 3 guys to occupy them just enough to get everyone back in play.
And they'll take the shot clock under 10. 1 minute to go here in this first half. Watson, 4 on the clock. Got to throw it up. He will.
Oh my goodness.
He hit it.
Oh my goodness. And they're going to check to see if he got it off in time. But this crowd is booing, not because the shot went in, but because he appeared to get away with a travel. Stumbling there, nothing called. And I don't think it was a travel.
I don't think so either. He got it poked away, and I think he got it off.
I do too. And this has been quite a performance here by the boys in black here in the first half. That against the shot clock. Let's see if we can take a look at the bottom.
Definitely got it
Still a
off.
full second there on that shot clock.
Mick Fieldbinder was the official who wanted to take a second look at that, and he says, yep, indeed, it was good. Got it off with 1 second to go. Yeah, I don't think it was a travel.
I don't either, because he still had a pivot foot. But this is the kind of game where you look back, and if you lose it, Western will say, man, I can't believe we lost to Southern Miss. But Southern Miss is playing so well right now. It seems like everything is working for them in the offensive end.
And it is 39-31 with that three-pointer.
And that was their 6th three-pointer made in the first half. Again, as you mentioned, they only make 5 per game, shooting 43% from downtown so far this evening.
A sarcastic cheer from the fans here after a foul was called on Southern Miss. 22 seconds on the shot clock. There's about a 19-second differential. They're trying for a 2-for-1. Savage off the front of the iron, and it's Southern Miss ball. And now the officials will confer. And it will stay with Western Kentucky. Mick Fieldbinder getting his money's worth out there. He ran over.
I don't think he was going to get out of this building keeping that call the way it was. These people were ready to riot at this point. And to me, that it almost looked like Williams knocked it out, though.
Yeah, hard to tell.
Yeah.
So now they don't get the 2-for-1, but do get the ball back.
2-3 zone now. Get out on the shooter.
Ooh, in and out, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Western Kentucky. Still no free throws, though. That's just a 3rd team foul on the Hilltoppers. So 24.1 seconds to go in the first half. And Southern Miss, with the shot clock off, has a chance to take its largest lead into the halftime break. They've led by as many as 9.
Just 4 turnovers today for Southern Miss, just 1 for Western. Let's see if Southern Miss can get one more high percentage shot before we go into the locker room.
Surprising first half here at Diddle Arena. Gabe Watson, entry pass, hook shot, got the roll.
Why not?
Boban Jokdomi.
Number 0 and Draine, number 11. You know, those guys' names came up in the locker room. And this is that 1-2-2 pressure that they have been deploying in the absence of Bassie. And it works again for a turnover, but just the 5th turnover today for Southern Miss.
And into this zone once again. And they've been successful when they've gotten it to Williams in the paint. But again, 2 for 14 from deep. That one in and out.
It's been that kind of night for Tavion Hollingsworth, though. A lot of swirling, but no dice. 2 of 9 now from the field.
And now Southern Miss will slow it down with a 10-point lead.
50, nearly 52% first half field goal percentage for Southern Miss in the first half. That'll win you a lot of basketball games, especially if you can replicate it in the second.
Savage picks up his first foul. Not much foul trouble at all to this point. Hollingsworth has 2. And Stevenson has a couple for Southern Miss. Watson re-keys the offense, guarded by Hollingsworth. 1-4 set, and now the screen out high. Stevenson rolls and dumps it for Harper Baker, who missed it. Stevenson keeps tipping it, and finally Hollingsworth comes out with it.
Harper Baker should have gotten himself fouled. He had a layup. Oh, they're going to count it.
Maybe that'll get Tavion Hollingsworth and these Western Kentucky Hilltoppers going.
And the thing about the Hilltoppers is that they just keep coming at you. They're going to stay on the attack. A great job by Hollingsworth to protect the basketball in traffic and then shoot the floater, absorb the contact, and score. He got a chance for a 3-point play.
Join us Wednesday, 7 Eastern, when Lafayette visits Army. You can catch that game on Stadium. Welcome to the game. More full court pressure, and that's a turnover.
5-second call. You don't see that a lot.
So a surprise full court press from Western Kentucky, and Southern Miss just wasn't ready.
And normally when there's no one on the ball inbounding, you can get it into someone, even if you just throw it off of someone's back. But that time, a 5-second call.
And Savage hits the 3.
Western Kentucky continues to play with confidence regardless of the situation. And that's what makes them a championship caliber team, in my opinion.
They score 6 points in about 3 seconds.
How about that? That'll get you right back in the game, and they are right back in it.
From down 10 to down 4. 5 on the shot clock. Watson over to Konupchuk. Boy, oh boy, they needed that, didn't they?
Man, again, to me, it's not like there's a lot of breakdowns defensively. Southern Miss
all game. It's pretty much the starters, and that's about it. Although we have seen a couple of bench points. I think they 4
both
and
teams
5
have a bench point.
Yeah. So it was, we hit the over on you guys' imaginary poll,
I
right?
said it at 1.5. Yeah.
But both teams have been struggling.
and your body, the more you're able to recover.
Josh Anderson gets fouled. He's going to get a couple of free throws. And as I mentioned, we're going to have Western Kentucky again at UTEP Thursday, 9 Eastern. Stadium, welcome to the game. That one on Facebook as well. The thing that would concern me as a Hilltopper fan is what you need to do to make the tournament is going to have to be to win the Conference USA tournament. You've lost back-to-back championship games.
Yeah.
How do you expect to win at least 3 games in 3 days with basically just 6 players?
It can be done. It has been done. But, you know, before you even get to that point, you have to put yourself in a position to get a bye. And that's what they're trying to do now, getting one of those top 4 spots.
But you'd still have to win 3 games in 3 days.
You got to win 3 in 3 days, but it's better than winning 4 in 4 days. But really, again, it's about, at some point, you have to rely on some of those other guys on your bench. They're going to have to give you some minutes. I mean, Cozart, Gambrell, some of those guys have to step up.
Carson Williams.
Great post play.
Yeah, good position.
And then, again, the fake clears him from one side of the court, and he's able to reach to the other side and have basically an uncontested layup. Great pass by Rawls to get it into the post as well.
And back into the game comes Bill Muse, who hasn't seen much action at all this season. Saw a few minutes in the first half. He's trying to give some of these Golden Eagles a rest. The lead is 5.
You know, I think back to 2014, Dayton got to the Elite Eight with 6 players dressing. You dress 7, they played 6.
Good point.
So it can definitely happen. Sometimes it makes you a better team because you pretty much know you're going to be on the floor. And you get that much locked in, you know who you are.
Easier on the coach, don't have to think about rotations. That's an air ball from Watson.
Yep, Archie Miller got that team all the way to the Elite Eight and almost got to the Final Four.
Savage will step back for 3. No good. Again, how many times have we seen it go halfway down and pop out and then a foul 90 feet away?
Tavion Hollingsworth has been the victim of that a few times, but that time Savage couldn't get it to go, or Rawls couldn't get it to go. But I tell you what, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. If you're a Southern Miss fan, you can't really be too happy yet. You know, you're not going to be happy until this one's over, to be honest, because we've seen Western make comeback after comeback. They were down versus Marshall big, came back and won. They were down here in the first half by 15 versus FIU, came back and won by double digits. So they are more than capable of overcoming this 5-point deficit.
Fade away from Stevenson.
That's a nice move. Woo.
Hollingsworth used the head fake. Missed it. And here come the Golden Eagles.
Hollingsworth now 3 of 11 from the field.
Watson just pulls up and drains it.
And that was right in Hollingsworth's eye, too, because pretty solid defense. They got back. They got matched up. But Watson, unabashed, pulls up. Splash.
Anderson.
Nice.
Yes, and the foul.
We know Josh Anderson is the energy guy for this group. Not a big three-point shooter, but he can slash right there using the ambidexterity around the bucket. Nice left hand in traffic. Converts. Chance for the traditional three-point play.
Attempting his 7th free throw of the game already. 5 for 6. That one miss was almost an air ball, but he's made everything else.
Still below 30% from downtown, but he's been making them of late. Now the 1-3-1 trap.
Draine wide open.
Wow.
Harper Baker got his hand on it, but here comes Anderson.
And Muse, number 22, into the game again. Woo.
Here's Anderson.
Oh, man.
Bringing Western Kentucky back, and here comes the crowd for the first time in this game.
And Josh Anderson is the guy that electrifies this crowd most nights, and that right there was just a super athletic move, getting to the rim.
Watson wide open. Can't silence the crowd. And that one will go to Western Kentucky with 15:23 to play. Southern Miss is led for all but 77 seconds of this game, but Josh Anderson bringing the Hilltoppers within 4.
But some of them are just those little things that you walk around and you see, and it's part of what makes this venue so great.
E.A. Diddle Arena opened up back in 1963. It was renovated back in 2002, named for the legendary coach, E.A. Diddle. Western Kentucky trailing by 4. Almost cut it to 1.
Another swirler. Just doesn't go for Western. But they're right where they need to be, within striking distance. Nice push off there, nothing called.
Harper Baker got it blocked. Here comes Hollingsworth. All the way. Offensive foul. Wave it off.
Let's see, you be the judge. Tavion Hollingsworth takes off from way outside the rim. But it's Muse who's there.
Great play.
For the charge. That's a charge. And to me, I thought there was 2 different calls. I thought they were going to count that bucket for a second. But Kevin Mathis, the lead official, overruled Nick Meyer.
Savage pokes it away. Here he comes with Williams trailing. Gets it blocked. Williams is there.
Nice pump.
And a hard foul as Williams earns 2.
Nobody sells a shot fake like Williams, but first the turnover off the trap. Savage gets to the rim, but look at the erasure. going up high and strong, Harper Baker. But it's Williams there for the cleanup.
Now the official sent.
But again, as long as the guy is doing basketball activity, which he was trying to block a shot, they're not going to hammer the guy with a flagrant. I think it's a good no call.
Williams 6 of 8 from the floor. Gets the first free throw. Cameron Justice comes back in for Western Kentucky. Tavion Hollingsworth gets a rare breather for Rick Stansbury.
Carson Williams at 6'5". How would you like to be the guy who has to play the position of the All-American that got hurt? That's got to be a lot of pressure on you. At 6'5", no one's asking him to be Charles Bassey, but he's a pretty good Carson Williams. He's been really good for them this entire season.
Picked it up in no man's land.
We've seen that a lot, surprisingly. That play is not even designed to trap, but so many guys pick their dribble up there, you almost have to come out and trap them.
Draine for 3. Oh, that thing just shot off his hand.
And you knew it was good the second it left his hand. 18 points now, 4 of 7 from downtown. Draine.
Again, he scored the first 10 points of this game for Southern Miss after a 3 for 13 shooting performance last time out. Savage answers.
Jared Savage, when you need a big shot and you're Western Kentucky, put the ball in the hands of number 2.
10-3 run for Western. Muse!
How about this guy? Bill Muse, out of nowhere. Some more bench points for Southern.
Who would have thunk it? We didn't think we'd see him on the court at all. But
we certainly didn't think Bill Muse would be the guy scoring off the bench.
He had that great charge that he drew a few minutes ago as well. Williams powers his way in.
And Muse really he's been barely playing offense. The second it looks like someone's going to score, he's running back on defense.
He gets Savage for a reach in there. 13:04 to go. Muse left wide open. Harper Baker found him.
Left open, had the confidence to let it fly, and he knocks it down. What a shot. Unlikely hero tonight.
Southern Miss a 12-point dog in this game. If they lose, they'll fall into the bottom 2 in the standings. The bottom 2 do not make the conference tournament. Western Kentucky needs a win to stay a game behind North Texas for first place. One-handed rebound by Cameron Justice. Savage, another 3. That would have tied it.
Right now, the difference in the game is the Bill Muse 3. How about that? Never thought you'd say that tonight.
And they might need more if they're going to want to hold off Western Kentucky in this place. Had a 10-point lead at the half. Muse.
They're running pin down screens for Muse now.
Well, they know he's hot. He's feeling it.
They lost that one.
Justice for the tie. Southern Miss dodges another bullet. And that's a bailout call. Fans don't like it. That was right in front of the student section. Gabe Watson is going to get 2 free throws. What do you think, Tim?
A lot of contact at the other end, I think more. But right here, that's a play on to me. I didn't think it was an offensive foul or a block or a charge. Not a lot of contact. Justice was certainly in position. But nonetheless, Watson will get rewarded with a couple of free runs.
80% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Next Saturday, American visits Bucknell. You can catch that game at 2 Eastern on Stadium. Welcome to the game. One more for Watson, who loves playing on the road. He averages 15 points per game on the road. All 4 of his 20-point games have come away from home, but misses both free throws.
He's well on his way to 20 tonight. He's got 14, but he couldn't cash those 2 in. So now once again, Western with a chance to tie this game up with a 3-pointer.
Anderson drives, and he'll get free throws. Blocking foul on Jacdomi, 11:48 to play. That'll take season after season at Southeastern Louisiana. Went from 9 wins to 12 to 16 to 22. He's 7-17 right now. But Southern Miss on the uptick, looking for their biggest win of the season.
Harper Baker nearly threw it away there, but saved by Draine. Now it's just 12 on the shot clock. 1-3-1 being deployed, and they're trapping out of it, harassing on the perimeter.
Shot clock to 5. Harper Baker tried to get it inside, and is it a shot clock violation?
I think it is, yes.
It is. It hit 0 just as the whistle blew to signal that it was out of bounds off Western Kentucky. So it is a shot clock violation, and Western can take its first lead since the opening moments of this game.
By far their best defensive possession as well. There was no looks that time for Southern Miss.
Golden Eagles led by 10 at halftime. Anderson, too strong.
And the 2-3 zone allows Bill Muse to stay on the floor. And he's played college basketball. Here he is again. Can't get it that time.
Second chance.
He's a grad transfer from Coastal Carolina. So and he wants to be a coach, from what I'm told. And he's going to be a good one based on his knowledge of the game. They say that's why he's on the floor, because he's a very smart, heady basketball player.
Another shot clock violation.
Western, as we can see, is capable of taking their defense up a notch or two. They don't play that way the whole game, and you really can't expect any group to play that way the whole game. But key possessions, they sense the moment, and you can really see the intensity ramp up. Southern Miss is not comfortable right now at the offensive end.
Justice, 3. And the rebound to Draine.
Not a rhythmic shot, though. Again, harassing.
That one poked away. And now finally they can try to work some offense with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. A wild shot.
Oh.
Gets it back. Missed it. Gets it back again.
Gabe Watson. Stick-to-itiveness. That one was thrown to him, though. He was just recovering from being knocked out of bounds, and he found the basketball in his hands. It's a 4th shot opportunity here now for Southern Miss.
Shot clock to 3. Watson's got a hoist. 1. Off the iron. Draine the rebound. Wow. He turned around. He might have had an easy bucket. Justice pokes it out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock. It's been frantic here at this end, but Western Kentucky just can't get the rebound.
That's now 9 offensive rebounds for Southern Miss. I believe they got 3 or 4 in that one possession.
Muse comes out. Austin Leslie checking in for the first time. Stevenson out to Leslie, baseline. Extra pass, Draine for 3. Got it!
Cash money from downtown again by LaDavius Draine. 5 for 8 from 3.
Now tied for 3rd in program history for career 3-point makes, 164. Williams is stuffed out.
They're going right back to the 1-3-1. Everyone didn't get the memo, though, but now they're aligned properly to see if they can continue to disrupt this Southern Miss offense.
Stevenson fouled on his way up. Justice and Williams converged. That was smart of Stevenson. He knew he was kind of tangled up, so he went straight up and pretty much knew the officials had to blow the whistle.
Yep.
So 2 free throws for Tyler Stevenson, sophomore from Columbus, Mississippi. 72% on the season. Shooting right into the student section. And it's another miss for Southern Miss at the line. Next Saturday, Stadium has St. Mary's hosting Pacific, 8 Eastern. Stadium, the only 24/7 network available on both television and digital devices without a cable subscription.
And Stevenson gained 20 pounds of muscle over the summer. Missed them both.
They're 0 for 4 this half, shooting right into that student section at the line.
And he was used sparingly last year, but obviously they're counting on him. Second leading scorer on the team as a sophomore.
Anderson ties it up. Harper Baker got a step. You just get the feeling that if Western Kentucky gets this lead, they might be able to run away. At least that's the feeling I get. But they just haven't been able to do it.
And Anderson tied it with a great job of attacking. And Southern Miss gets the lead once again.
Justice got his man in the air, floater. Beautiful.
I know it's hard because they're good three-point shooters, but you have to stay down on the shot fakes. The second you get off your feet, you're leaving your defense vulnerable to dribble penetration.
Continuing to really put the clamps on Southern Miss. Leslie left open, the lefty bricks it, and Western another chance to take the lead.
And that's asking a lot for Leslie, who just checked into the game, hasn't played much, didn't play at all in the first half, to try to knock down a big shot like that.
They've erased a 10-point deficit. Trying to take the lead for the first time since the 16-minute mark of the first half.
They are staying in this 2-3. That's not even close.
Air ball from Justice. 6.5 to go.
Jay Ladner has done a great job of keeping Southern Miss in this game and really playing with the lead for most of it.
Harper Baker again.
Beautiful.
2 big buckets from Harper Baker.
They've been able to attack the 2-3.
Kentucky lose tonight.
Yeah, then North Texas has a two-game lead in conference. Western Kentucky at home under Rick Stansbury, winners of over 80% of their games. 16 on the shot clock. Coming up on 6 minutes of the game. Justice for the lead. Again.
Wow, and that was a huge breakdown defensively. They were supposed to be in a 2-3, and the little used Leslie, who has the ball, wasn't in position at first, and that left Justice wide open. Normally he would cash that in, but again, battling that back injury.
70% of you or so think that Western Kentucky is going to win the conference, but they'll have a tough time if they lose this one. Chuck Domi.
Of that 70%, though, how many of them are Western Kentucky fans?
100%.
Right.
Possession arrow is going to give this back to Western Kentucky in what seems like at least a 7th or 8th opportunity here in the second half to take the lead.
Yeah, the air ball and then the loose change. Everyone's scrambling for it. A good call there. Great hustle by both teams. It's been a very solidly played game for the most part.
Western Kentucky just 4 for 24 from three-point range. And a lot of these are open shots.
And Western has just 3 turnovers. They've been really good with the basketball, especially in conference, averaging just over 10 turnovers a game.
Boy, they're missing badly, Tim. Badly.
Yeah, that one wasn't even close by Jordan Rawls. And they haven't been necessarily bad shots, but they've been bad misses.
Draine off the mark, too strong. Uh-oh, Savage hit the deck. And they're going to get a foul on Southern Miss.
I thought they might get a travel
I thought
at
so
first.
too.
Yeah.
That's certainly what Southern Miss head coach Jay Ladner thought.
They happened right in front of their bench. But they're in the bonus now.
Boy, that's costly call.
Take a look at this replay, and let's see if, yes, Draine, or Harper Baker, I should say, climbed the back of Jared Savage, which caused him to fall. So they had to blow the whistles, either a travel or a foul. Of course, since he made him fall, it has to be a foul.
Savage a 1-and-1. Misses the front end.
No one's done themselves favors from the free throw line tonight.
Final results of that Facebook poll, 71% of you think that Western Kentucky is going to win Conference USA. They'll be 2 games out if they lose this one. Leslie skies high for the board.
Wisely, Jay Ladner wants his team to use a little clock to get a better shot. Man-to-man now, tight man-to-man, deployed by Western.
Shot clock again under 5. Leonard, Harper, Baker driving and can't get it. Justice clears the board. Coming up on 4 minutes to go. Williams pushed all around, and they will get a foul on Southern Miss, and it'll be 1-and-1 for 10. But can they hang on?
And you know, the moment of the game, Chris, was to me when Western has been mixing up their defenses. And right here, they've been running a 1-3-1 trap, but they decided here to run a full court face-up. And because of that, there was nobody within 40 feet to come back and get this inbounds pass. And now all of a sudden you get a 5-second call. And I got to give credit to that man right there. That was a one-man press.
They've only lost 1 game at home all season. Tim, you were here for that, so you'll get blamed if they lose again. That was against Belmont.
Yeah, that was a poor performance as Williams missed that second free throw. And now the 1-3-1. This is the thing that has bothered them the most. Now they get out of it and fall back into a 2-3. And now it's actually more of a point zone. So they are really mixing things up.
And where's the offense going to come from? Not Konutchuk, who misses that 3. Might be a little bit cold. He's been on the bench for a while. Western Kentucky, another chance to take the lead.
They stole a lot of minutes and got the rest Konutchuk, though. So he's a guy they're going to rely on down the stretch.
Finally, Western Kentucky retakes the lead. Jared Seps really taking a step as a redshirt senior now. Take one of the leadership roles on this team. Everybody's had to step up in the absence of Charles Bassey in this 6-man rotation, but Savage may be doing it better than anybody.
And they do come back with the 1-3-1.
They get it inside. Stevenson, good look. Got it to go, plus the foul.
Now, Chris, you have to give credit to Jay Ladner, because he knew that 1-3-1 was coming, and that time they looked well prepared for it, and that's where you attack that thing. You go guard to guard, and then you get it into the middle to a guy who can do something with it. And take a look at this pass here. You got 3 defenders around the ball, no one near the basket. Josh Anderson tried to recover. A bit tardy on the rotation. Stevens converts.
And now to try to retake the lead.
Big free throw here, huh? Just 3 of 8 from the line as a team.
72% on the season. And a make.
Sophomore knocks it down. Now some full court pressure from a beleaguered Southern Miss. They don't have energy like this, do they?
We'll find out. They again drop into their 2-3 zone. Hollingsworth faked a 3. Rawls has struggled with the shot tonight.
So has Tavion Hollingsworth.
Rawls inside, left hand, tip no good, and Southern Miss has the ball and the lead, 2:40 to go.
Yeah, but it's just a 1-point lead. If you're Western, no need to panic. If you're Southern Miss, you want to try to get another good shot, and now they force Western back into a man-to-man. So we'll see what Jay Ladner wants to call a timeout. And now I bet you a lot of money that Rick Stansbury is not going to stay in that man-to-man coming out of the line. Timeout, so you can show them on the board what to look for, to read it, and then attack based on what you just drew up.
Well, this would be something. Southern Miss, a team that might not even make the Conference USA tournament, on the road at the preseason favorites who could win the Conference USA regular season title.
I would have lost that money. They stayed in the man-to-man.
Shot clock to 5. Draine got it poked away, got it back. Tipped around, and Savage pulls it down.
Big rebound there thought Southern Miss might get a second chance, but Jared Savage to the rescue.
Quiet game for Hollingsworth, just 7 points. He's averaging 19 a game over his last 9. Williams, good position, and the bucket.
He put him in the spin cycle, but I'm impressed with the catch. That pass was headed to the stand, somehow able to corral it and score.
Does Southern have another answer? Under 100 seconds to go. Draine, tough three, air ball.
They ran the pin down for Draine. We all knew it was coming when they had that man-to-man. They fought through those screens, and Draine forced to take a tough one.
Marshall just beat Louisiana Tech in overtime.
Wow.
That means that for the time being, Western Kentucky alone in second place. If they can win this, they'll be alone in second, a game ahead of Louisiana Tech, and just 1 game behind North Texas.
But they've beaten North Texas head-to-head, so if they can finish with a tie, they will get that tiebreaker.
They're looking for Williams, cross court, Savage. Now the entry pass, Williams. Fouled from behind.
Stevenson tried to bail out and flop on a charge. Great job of the officials to not fall for it. And it's Williams who will go to the line for 2. Watch Stevenson, number 14. He gets a little bump and he tries to bail out on a fall, but the referees weren't having it, and Harper Baker tagged with the personal.
Williams makes the first free throw. Josh Anderson checks back in for Western Kentucky.
Would have been interesting had they called a flopping violation in that scenario, but they play on.
Williams now a game-high 24 points. 9 of 11 from the floor, 6 of 7 from the line. Western Kentucky up 3 with a minute to go.
Big possession here for Jay Ladner's group. Do they have enough in the tank? Great pass.
And finish from Stevenson, 1-point game.
Great job drawing that up, Jay Ladner, with a little clap for Harper Baker with a great delivery into the post.
20-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Now Rick Stansbury does have 2 timeouts, not using one.
They want to try to get that ball back inside to 22, Carson Williams.
Shot clock at 6. Justice got it! He was
2 and then stop the clock with a foul or a timeout.
Josh Anderson showing pressure. They are matching up. And that will back off. He's trying to take some extra time off the clock. Down to 20 seconds.
Great pass.
Stevenson stuffs it. 2-point game.
To break down a little bit, someone needs to prevent that pass from happening off a rotation.
Hollingsworth gets fouled. 13.3 seconds to go. It'll be 2 shots for Hollingsworth.
And he's trying to split the difference there. But he picked the wrong area to go to, and he left the middle open. Carson Williams with a breakdown defensively there. It cost him.
Southern Miss just wasn't ready, though, to set up its pressure after that stuff. So Hollingsworth, 3rd best free throw shooter in Conference USA. Missed it.
Wow. The door, my friend, is still open, and now they're going to make him think about the second one.
He is 86% for the season.
Wow.
He'll have 1 more on the other side of this timeout.
And he's taken it.
Williams a game-high 24. Trying to spoil the upset bid from Southern Miss.
4 for 21 from your backcourt tonight. Wow. If you can survive that, you know you're a good team.
This to put them up 3.
And they've made more free throws than their opponents have taken this season. Big one there.
Let's see if they foul or let Southern Miss try to tie it. They do foul.
And that's the right decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought Southern Miss would come down and hoist up a 3 right away because of that. And Watson, a little hesitation.
Yeah, it's a judgment call. You don't want to hoist it up and then not get fouled. Now you took a very low percentage shot.
And it's just 1-1 for Watson, who is a 80% free throw shooter.
They've been shooting very well in conference play, over 84%.
But he's 2 for 4 tonight, makes the first, cuts it to 2.
83%, I should say, in conference play as a group.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is, collectively, to be that high.
They were 69% in the non-conference.
Yeah.
83% in conference play.
He made that first one.
Oh, that's interesting. A timeout called.
But they have to take a lot from this well-coached game, well-played game by Southern Miss. Let's see if they can try to pull off the miracle here with 7.3 left.
One more for Watson. Makes them both. Now they set up the press. Justice gets it. He's fouled with 6.2. Cameron Justice is a 74% free throw shooter. These will be his first 2 attempts of the night.
The reality is, though, Chris, even if he makes them both, they're going to have the shot to tie. If he makes one, they have a shot to win or tie.
If you can get a shot off before the foul. Because you know Western Kentucky, if they go up 3,
makes them both,
is
yes.
going to foul.
I agree. And Coach Stansbury may try to sub for Justice if he makes this second one, just to stop the clock and get his defense set up. We'll see if they do that. I don't see anybody running through the scores table just yet.
And now Hollingsworth comes out, so
he's already telling him to foul, by the way.
No Hilltoppers down there in case there's a rebound, which there's not. Justice made a big 3 and now 2 big free throws.
He should foul him right now. Foul him.
Watson has a chance for the tie.